All right, so it's astrology time. Today is Thursday. It's the 8th of January. So let's go. It got your astrology for you, and that's why you're here, right? I mean, you want to listen, you want to learn, you like listening to it. Got a couple stories to tell you about today anyway, because I finally put out my Capricorn preview, and that was torture. I wrote that probably right at the beginning of Yule, so that would be right before the season turned. And just between work and Christmas and everything like that, I have not had the chance to release it or even record it. I usually assemble these things and make slides for them with the charts and everything. And I did that, pretty expediently. But then to try to get back and actually do it, because it's doing a screen recording and doing also the audio recording, it turned out to be very challenging, shall we say. So I put it out, and I put it out with a disclaimer. I hate it. I really do. It's not. I feel like it's just not some of my best stuff, because it wasn't done so fresh on the mind, right? It was more just like the notes and everything that were in it, and that it's hard to see. I hate trying to use that for an excuse, but yeah, it's hard for me to see some of the little fine print on it sometimes, because it's so far away, and I wrote it so long ago that I couldn't really riff on it quite effectively, and there's quite a few gaffes in it, and there's a lot of stuff I don't like, but I appreciate all the nice things that you folks say all the time, and I just want to keep the astrology coming and make it interesting, okay? I did not put my last one that I did for Sagittarius on TikTok, but this time I cut it into two parts, and I put part 1 and part 2 on TikTok and on Instagram, and then I put the full version of it on YouTube. So, but it's not on the podcast. I decided not to do that just because the flow. I think it's more visual than it is for listening, right? And I did not do a very good job of imagining that I'm doing it for a listening audience, my radio presentation, right? Something like that. So anyway, look, the moon today is in Virgo, and it made me just want to keep doing that, right? I had to put that out there. I had to get that out there. I did it. It's bothering me. Virgo ascendant, right? There's certain things that I just have to do. It wasn't to the point where I wanted it, but I'm not going to let perfectionism ruin what it is that I do, right? I'm not going to strive for the perfect. I'm going to strive to be consistent. And that's a great message for everybody. Art, you can't, perfection is just another form of procrastination. In my case, it was a technical procrastination, because it just takes so much time to put those things together, and I didn't really have it fall into place, with 3D commitments and stuff like that, until I finally was just like, screw it, I'm going to do it. And then even after I did it, I didn't like it, and I still procrastinated a few more days because I just didn't like the outcome of it. However, I put it out there. Why? Well, number one, I think it's very important for you to see the charts and stuff like that. I think it's fun to get into that. So if you're interested in learning astrology, which is usually why, we're here, we like listening to it and we like hearing about it, right? We can only take so much of you must be in Aries because you are so assertive, you are so energetic, you are so over it, right? No, we want to know why, what makes it tick, what are the nuances, why does this, cookie cutter not apply to every single person, and how is it affecting us as we move through our days, months, years, cycles within cycles within cycles? My favorite subject, right? Got that Venus petal that we're forming right now. That's kind of an interesting thing, right? So I just want to keep it interesting and make sure that you're fully in with all the nuance and everything that goes into, doing astrology my way, as opposed to just saying like, you must be feeling like this because you're the sun sign. Yeah, you can feel like that. You can relate to that stuff. But honestly, the things that we relate to are the flow of the day, because collectively we all seem to be in this shifting dream of, this whether we're in the matrix or whatever you want to call it, we just seem to be moving through this together as a group, and we seem to experience these things as a commonality. And that commonality is pretty much what the astrology is, for the flow of the astrology. Now, how you use the flow, honestly, is, what I'm looking for is trying to make it as creative as possible to assist you in your creativity. So, look, the moon is void of course at 6:23 today. It's going to enter Libra at 7:06. So go from Virgo. We're in that slightly nervous phase, right? Just that latter part of Virgo where it starts getting, we start getting a little edgy, to Libra, where things get calm and a little bit peaceful and serene, right? Now, Virgo has a weird sixth sense of when timing is right, okay? And it just does, okay? And the moon is trine Uranus in Taurus. So this is a perfect opportunity to adjust your financial investments, right? Go back and revise your 401k. Look at your distributions. What are you doing? There's all sorts of things that are moving through the world, and, some of them are good, some of them are not so good. However, the markets and stuff like that, something we're all kind of invested in, because if we work, we have that stuff that we have to pay attention to. Or perhaps your business is investment. Perhaps your business is playing with cryptocurrency or something like that. If that's a business, I don't know, but, maybe that's something that you like to do. Look, the moon's trying to Uranus and Taurus. It's a perfect opportunity for us to do that, because Taurus is where we keep our money and make our money, right? Uranus is those surprising changes. Hopefully it's not a negative one, and I don't think it is, only because, barring world events and stuff like that, then, hey, it could be very good. World events go one way or the other. It could be really stupid, okay? So don't go all out when you're investing, though. Just invest what it is that you're willing to lose, especially cryptocurrency, right? Only invest what you're willing to kiss goodbye. And don't go all out, right? Not all the eggs in one basket. Go for a modest return. And today's keyword is that thing, invest. So whether you're investing in actual securities and marketable things, or you're investing in yourself, I think that's a great mantra for today. And the color is an olive drab, so we like that green color for Virgo, right? So get rewarded for spending time doing the right thing. Okay, like researching your investments, or perfecting one aspect of your 3D job, or elevating your vibrational level. All of those count, right? All of those are investments in ourselves. There's plenty of energy here to help support your decision-making process. That's what today's energy is. So you can invest in your future happiness. That's what we need to do. That's why we do these things, so we can invest in future happiness. The price, whatever it is that you're paying today, is well worth it, because you're only paying a small sum, right? It should return. It should return greatly, right? Return in threes if you put it out there, right? So, the moon in Virgo has us dancing. Oh, I danced today. I did. You better know the dance, because the steps and the moves have to be perfect. Oh, Virgo dancers, right? Now, the moon will call out to Saturn and Neptune for some intuitive insight regarding that investment opportunity, what it is we're doing, right? Now, time spent training or reviewing training is equivalent to making an investment decision, or practicing your musical instruments. Look, I put my fingers up there for you. Yep. Picked up the guitar for the first time in a little bit of time, right? Fingers are sore. Yeah. It's okay. Little bit at a time, right? Get that dancing going, right? Because I can't stand still when I'm playing. So that's just one of the things that I do. All right. So what do we got for later on in the day? Date night. It's got to be practical and not showy, frugal and not extravagant. We got that Mars and Venus thing, right, going on. Just carry that romance through, right? It doesn't have to be crazy romance. Just respect each other. Support your significant other in whatever they're doing, right? Just provide a supporting role, because that goes way further than you possibly could imagine as far as cementing relationships and making sure that they're enduring, and, it's something that you want to do together. And remember, it's not being head over heels or anything like that. It's actually being able to allow that other person to be the best person that they can be. It's the best advice I can give you. Now, that's all I have for you. So let's go. The moon's in Libra, so you know where this whole scene's going to head, right? Yeah, of course. It heads to partnerships and that contract. Now, in 1675, the first American commercial corporation was chartered in the United States, or, put it this way, in the Western Hemisphere, right? So it would be the New York Fishing Company. And our birthday today is Kim Jong-un. Yep, the dictator of North Korea, born on July 8th. Now, got a couple of people that are near and dear to me that have their birthday on this day, too. One of them is my ex-wife. Not so near and dear, but that's okay. Still talk to her. We still have 3 kids together, so we keep it cordial, right? And also a work friend back in the office, Nancy. So Kim Jong-un was born in 1983, so he's same age as my son. He's a dictator, so that's all we got to say. So he's born in Pyongyang. He became the dictator of Korea in 2011, and some sources give his year as 1982 and some as 1984. So his birth year is disputed, but the day is not disputed, and that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Do all the nice things. Today is a 6. Happy astrocatting.